What happens when two air signs walk into a podcast? Let's find out in the Ether Lounge with host Alanda and June.
Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ether Lounge podcast with me, Alanda, and
June. Hello, everybody.
Hey, June. Hey, oh, that says Jude. Hey, y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is our first official episode of the Ether Lounge podcast, and we are here to make everybody's life so much brighter, make things sound and feel good.
Yeah. Give you a little advice.
Yeah.
Just to get through these tough times, right?
Yeah, and make it fun. Because
Yeah.
spirituality may not feel fun. And we're going to change the word punishment to correction, because punishment is not really what we're in this world. It's everybody say it's punishment, and it's actually correction. So we want to set correction. We want to do some fun stuff. We want to introduce ourselves before we get into what this episode is about. So, two air signs walk into a podcast.
You and me.
Oh, yeah. Did y'all catch that? Gemini, Libra. Her name is June.
My name is June.
But she's born in September. I have 3 Libra children. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I don't know. But anyway, we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves. We're going to tell you why we started this podcast. We are going to tell you what happens when two air signs finally hook up. We've been doing all of this talking and saying a lot of things about
6 years.
For years. And then we were like, hey, we need to do a podcast. And we've been trying to do this podcast. And so now we're finally here. And we are live.
We are live.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I want you all to meet June. She's going to tell a little bit about herself. So I'm going to ask her I'm going to interview her in front of you all.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So, June, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your spiritual journey?
Yeah. Okay. So my spiritual journey started in 2010. My dad passed away, and I got into a deep depression. And one day I'm at work. It was probably 9 months after my dad passed. And, you know, in corporate America, you have text and messaging on your computer. And all of a sudden, this thing pops up on my computer. And this woman is saying, I've got messages for you from your dad. And I'm like, what? What's going on? Long story short, this woman worked downstairs. I had never met her. She was a medium. And we all know that if spirit wants to connect, they will find a way to connect with somebody. And that's what my dad did.
Wow.
And then this woman and I became very close friends. You know her, Teresa. Mm-hmm. And it started there. And then it introduced me to a lot of spiritual people. And I was so curious, and I just wanted more and more information about it because everything was resonating with me.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Stones, astrology, all of that.
You just went all in.
Yeah, I did. And I'm still doing it, and I love it.
I know. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit. Let's tell everybody a little bit about your background. And first of all, we got to tell everybody where we are. We are in Dubuque, Iowa.
Dubuque, Iowa.
You're born and raised.
Born and raised. Didn't live here my whole life. Mm-hmm. Moved away a couple times, came back.
Mm-hmm. And she has the most beautiful mom. Her mom is mom. Her mom is a mom.
She's everybody's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a mom's mom. And so speaking of, her being a mom's mom, she also has a little dog. No, he's not little. He's a rambunctious dog. Louis. You do, what you call it with the animals when you do it?
Reiki. So yeah, part of my spiritual journey was I had a dog that had cancer, and I was driving 2 hours away to get him essential oil treatments and Reiki. And I'm like, and nobody did Reiki on animals in Dubuque at that time.
Wow.
So I took my first Reiki that year. Next year I took the second, and the third year I got my master. Wow. So now I get Reiki.
You're Reiki.
I'm a Reiki.
She a Reiki, and it's Reiki on the
master.
doggies.
Yeah.
No, I probably have to get you to do Fat Boy. Dog. Yeah, Fat Boy. Reiki.
I'll do it.
Reiki, Fat Boy. So what you think some people with your spiritual journeys as you transition, I'm not sure if you lost friends or you gained new friends. What they have what's a misunderstanding that they have about you?
Yeah. So well, especially back then, right? 2010, people weren't as open to getting readings, tarot, spiritual readings, mediumship, psychic. But I was not afraid to just share that with everybody because I was so excited about it. And I wanted everybody in my little world to, know about it and accept it, really. And some people did and some people didn't. But people didn't fall off from my journey at that point. People fell off, I think, more right after COVID and stuff. And I think that's an astrological thing, or it's part of our journey.
Yeah.
Right? If these people aren't here for our highest good, they can't stick around.
That's true.
And you need to make a decision.
Right.
No matter how tough it is.
Yeah. So I think part of your spiritual journey is people are going to fall off anyway. Everybody can't come with you. And I think I've learned that too. Yeah. Everybody can't come with you.
And you don't want some of them with you.
You really
grow
don't.
out of them.
Yeah. And it's okay. Because some of them grow away and they grow away, right? And that's fine. And a lot of us think that we're supposed to be friends with people forever. And that's not necessarily. You have to, that's the part of the journey, the loving each other and love them. What's that cliche saying? If you love someone, set them free.
Set them free.
Remember Sting did a song with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that is, some of those people that you've let go of, they can come back into your life. I've had that happen recently, actually. A woman that I worked with over 30 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's
found me through Facebook.
Oh, wow.
And she's kind of just starting her spiritual journey. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that all those years, have passed and now she's entered back into my life and I'm sharing my information that I know. And she kind of looks at me with like I have three heads sometimes, which is fine. That happens.
Right. Because that's the part of the spiritual journey. I think when we do it, which will be coming up in one of our other future episodes, we're going to talk about performance and all that kind of stuff. But this one is just us talking about it because we have so many layers and so much stories to talk about. Oh my God. That's why when we say two air signs walk into a podcast, because we got a bunch of stories.
When Alanda and I get together, we want to hear each other, but we want to talk and share things. And then we're like, yes, exactly that. Yes, you're spot on. And
so you are going to hear a lot of us talking. You're going to have to slow us down. We have to slow ourselves down. One of us got to slow the other down because we're both like, I don't know all that. So
we get excited.
So we're excited because this is really necessary, and we love to share this space with new listeners, and we hope you all will stay subscribed on all of that. So I have a fun question for you.
Oh, I love fun.
Okay. Let's see. What would your aura smell like?
Smell like lilacs.
Oh, lilac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's spring right now.
Yeah.
And lilacs are blooming.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty, I just came out of it. My aura 6 months ago would not be the same. It probably would have smelled like dirt.
Right.
We're always changing and transitioning. And we go into hermit mode sometimes. And now it's spring and I am ready to do stuff and change some things. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And help make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
What would your aura smell like?
Ginger.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I love ginger.
I do too. It's spicy, but it's an acquired taste. And my aura right now is spicy because I'm acquired taste. I'm not everybody's favorite taste of tea.
Really?
No, absolutely. Think about it. Ginger is spicy.
I know, but I mean you as a person. I always enjoy our time together.
Yes, absolutely. I do too.
Yeah.
And we know this. And so and I think that's the part of me, this part of my personality. I know when people resonate. You know what I mean? I know that. And that's okay, but I know that is a ginger, right? Just like you're saying lilac. I would think everybody loves lilac, right? Everybody loves it.
Not everybody.
Well, I know because I hate patchouli.
I don't like it either.
I do not like patchouli.
And when people wear it, no offense to anybody that's
no
wearing
offense.
it.
No offense to you all, because I don't want you all like, wait a second.
Well, if it's soft, I can deal with it. But when it's like you walk by somebody and you're like, why was that?
Yeah, it's like they rolled in patchouli.
Yeah.
Like they just roll in it, slept in it, drink it, all of that.
I'm thinking of that little guy from Snoopy that we always have the dirty blanket. Big Ben?
Right. No, that was two different ones. Linus is the blanket.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Pig Ben.
Pig Pen is...
Because he had that cloud of dust around him. That's the patchouli. He had patchouli
Hold on. Do you know when we say things like this, you got to say allegedly, so we don't want people to come for us, patchouli.
Pure speculation. Pure
allegedly. No,
yeah.
I don't know why. When I listen to the podcast and YouTube and stuff, allegedly is thrown out there like, oh my God, this is what we're doing right now?
Or that's I'm speculating. Pure spec, folks.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn.
Yes. Tell us.
You asked me.
So tell me when your spiritual journey started. Or or when did it evolve? Like, what was the most... memorable part of your journey. Like, wow. It's like one of those things that you're like, the aha moment.
Yeah, because I had my spiritual journey is all my life, but the aha moment was marriage and ministry. Yeah. I was in the ministry. I was part of radio and TV. I was on the radio. Shocker. Right, shocker. Oh my God. But I was also part of the media ministry. I was in the music ministry, and I was married. And I was going through a horrible time with this person. And it was so horrible. And I'm just going to church. And then, and they tell you, well, you pray for him because God worked on you and God did this for you. And you got to be patient because you wasn't always saved when you married him. And what they didn't know, the day I married this person, I heard the voice say, he's going to hate you. Mm. And I'm like, well, no, I'm praying like, God, I just really need this to work because our families, this, all that kind of stuff. And we never had marriage in our family that lasted. And I know I can make this work. And the day I remember hearing that again, it was like 2009, it was more like 2008. And when this person sat on the end of our bed, when I caught him doing the serial things that he's always done, he turned around and said, I never loved you. And I wasn't sure to be hurt or shocked or not surprised.
Right.
But then I said, and then like something just snapped. And that's when my spiritual journey began, even though I had all these moments of spirituality happening to me because I've always been a seer. I've always had these moments of ghosts talking to me and people visiting me in my dreams. And ever since I was a kid, went to Peru in 1999, I had a spiritual experience then. But this one moment, this pivotal moment, 2008, is what like popped it open. And ever since then, I've been looking for, there got to be more than this. Mm-hmm. And then you telling me, these people in the church telling me, 2 years, I tried to wait it out 2 years, and I just couldn't do it. I had to finally let him go. And it was horrible. When I say horrible, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Right? And so my opening up was me to releasing all that stuff. Yeah. Because I kept trying to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And the release is what set me free. Because you don't know how much you bind yourself to stuff.
You get comfortable.
Yeah, you get very comfortable, right? And that's the part that I think that was my spiritual journey started like 2008. It actually, it's I ain't gonna say started, but that was the moment. In 2008.
Pivotal.
Yeah.
Pivotal.
Yeah, that word.
You pivoted.
Yeah. I pivoted a lot. Okay. And I know when I say this, my now husband, like, you keep talking about that. I'm like, this is a story that somebody else needs to hear.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's other people that
they're waking up.
They're waking up
every day.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I know. Isn't that?
We need more people.
We do need more people. We prefer you to not be on the other side working because we want you all to stay on this side because we need more people on this side as well. But okay. Yeah. What else?
Yeah. So how did that go after all of that? Like you talked about your husband, he wakes up one day and he's just like, I never loved you.
Yeah.
What did you do from there?
Okay, so I'm going to say something, and I went all the way left. Yeah. When I say all the way left, I left the house. I took the kids with me. He had started he stopped paying bills. Because he was the only one working. I had 3 small children at home that one of them wasn't in school yet because it costs more to put them in daycare. So one was in 1st grade, one was in kindergarten. The other one was smaller. So he let the electric go off, all this stuff trying to inconvenience me. And finally, I just stopped. It was like, this is it. Went to stay with some friends, then stayed with a sister. I started the divorce. I did. And I divorced. Let me tell you how many times I went to divorce him. 3 times. He did not show up and it defaulted. And when it defaults, they have 21 days to overturn it. Yeah. And he will wait till the 20th day.
Oh God.
I did not know this until I went down there one time, went down to the whatever you call it, the courts, and went to start the process. And they said, and they had brought out this file and they said, you're divorced. I'm what? They said, yeah. They gave me the file. I saw I was divorced. And it defaulted into him having the custody of the children.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I started looking at the files. I had people that was close to me that testified, wrote that I was unfit. It was crazy.
Right. When you go through experiences like this in your life, is a lot of times when people do, right? Like I lost my dad. These are pivotal moments in our lives that the universe creates.
Yes.
So that we do start to understand and see the difference.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And I think when I found this out in 2011, the moment of me never grieving my mother happened in 2012.
Okay.
Because everybody was gone. I can't remember what happened. Lights went out.
That's when the awakening of the divine feminine started.
And so that was probably it. That was probably that spiritual moment. Because I was laying still. Everybody was gone. The power went out, so my phone is dead. Nothing, because I was at my aunt's house. And I'm just in the dark. And I didn't know what to do because nobody was there. First time being alone in I don't know how long.
Right.
And something just said, you never grieved your mother.
Do you think it was your mother saying that?
It could have been. Because I'm like, what do you mean I never grieved my mother?
Don't you think that's a lesson then?
I think yes, because
that popped up, right?
I think it helped me let go. Yeah. It helped me again. That's a letting go, releasing part, because I was always being the oldest child and always gotta keep things straight, right? And Reagan said that yesterday to us, a book about the order of children and how it impacts your life, like the order. Yeah, and so. There's a book.
Well, good thing we're not middle children. Not anything against them, except for my sister.
Let me tell you something. I have a middle sister. I have a middle daughter, and me and her talk all the time because she needs so much support. She's in the middle, and so her name is Sequence because her and her sisters. One was born the 29th, the other was born the 30th of different months. And here she comes as a 31st, right? So we named her Sequence.
I like that.
Then two kids came after her. Her birthday is in August. The youngest birthday is in September. And the brother that came after her is in October. Okay. So here she is. She completed one sequence to start in another one. And when it was her name is not Sequence, it's Sequence.
I like it.
Because she don't like when people say Sequence. And just like my daughter, Kennedy, do not like people saying Kennedy, even though that's what I named her. Okay. But I saying all this to say that she is a middle child and she does need, middle children need a lot of support. And I see that having these multiple children
more than that
and all the children, because I have actually 3 middle children, right? But she's the middle she's 2 older, 2 younger, and she's right here. And middle children need a lot of support. Like, and if you don't support them,
they become my sister.
we're not talking about it. You know this is public. Everybody gonna hear this.
She's not gonna hear this.
Oh. But I would say
she's not spiritual at all.
You know what? You know, one day she will listen.
She may.
She might.
And then she'll laugh because she saw the light.
Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah. And isn't that the fun part about we get to see ourselves and how ridiculous we were. And if anybody don't know, another part of my spiritual journey, see, I learned how to stop talking all the time, or not even just talking or saying things to anger people, because I have a sharp tongue, and every time my sharp tongue would say something, people ready to fight me. And
really,
back in the day, oh my God, I used to fight, and people that know me know I used to throw. But I will say this: my fighting, was actually just survival, right?
Yeah.
Because I was always in survival. My mother died, and it was abrupt. It wasn't abrupt. She was preparing us for it. But being 13 and going to a woman that my mother did not want to raise us, that put a lot of animosity in me towards my grandmother, right? So here I am, 13. Not only I didn't get a chance to grieve my mother, I'm around someone and saying, well, your grandmother lost a daughter, so you have to understand. I'm like, well, what the fuck was she to me? Like, she was my mama. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? So I couldn't, it was a lot of things that I could not do because I'm the oldest sister. You're supposed to take care of this. And so I'm always in this mode of caring for everybody, right? Reaching out, doing it. And so always being that go-to person,
the mommy.
I had to disrupt that. Mm-hmm. And so right now I have a lot of people that I had to cut off recently. A lot. Because
boundaries.
You know, and in boundaries, and nothing against them. It's just that when you're ready to come over here because of who I am and all that old conversation you talking about me, I'm not there anymore. Right. So like this is about your growth and development. Right. So if you have people that don't have growth and development in their mind, you know, in their whatever, right? They can't be in your space. They just can't be in your space. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, there are relationships that you have with people that, you know, you look back on and think,
yeah,
oh gosh,
right,
is this really good for?
Yeah. Me? Yeah, and we don't see it at the time when you're hurting. You know, when you're hurting, you don't see how bad it, you know what I mean? You don't see it. All you could do is think of, this is hurting. It hurts. And I don't want to talk about it because it hurts so bad. How can you feel that way while I'm hurting, right? And it's like, it's for your own good. Just like I said in the beginning, people see it's not punishment, it's correction.
Right.
And if we looked at it as children, we were getting grounded. And grounding was a better word for it, actually.
Exactly.
We just
not wrong,
right, and all the times I state my grandmother kept me on punishment, and she didn't. And when she realized that I was actually turning it into something that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go upstairs and write some poems. I'm about to go listen to the music. Every time I did something, she took it from me, and so I would write. No, the last thing was writing. Okay. I had notebooks, because she put me on punishment. Back then, you called it punishment, grounding. I'm going upstairs and read the books or play music.
Yeah.
Take my music. Couldn't listen to music. Okay. I still have books. I read all my books. When she realized that, I couldn't read the books.
Why wouldn't she want you to read books?
That's a whole nother episode. Yeah. That's a whole episode.
That'll be episode 13 on a full moon.
Right? But it was just...
We're not doing it on the new moon.
Right. Full moon. Right. We're doing full moon. And it was so crazy because every time I saw something that I was preoccupying myself with, she took it.
Yeah.
So then then she do that and I'm like, okay, I'm going to find something to do. And then I started building a dresser.
Out of what? Legos?
It was wood and stuff around the house, and we had nails and all that kind of stuff, and she had some scrap in the garage. I just started building a dresser. She was like, this damn girl, you know, it was like she kept taking
Ethan Allen right here.
I just started doing all types of crazy, and it's just like, what is Like she couldn't do it, and she could not break me. And that was the part that I didn't even realize until I got older. It was like she was trying to break me.
Well, so I believe that before we came here, we made contracts with other souls, and you made a contract with your grandma.
Yeah.
For those lessons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So she may have pushed you down, but one of your lessons may have been, how do you react to that?
Yeah.
Or how do you bring yourself back out of that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And then to know that that's wrong, and that teaches us not to do that to somebody else.
Yeah. And like my children, I give them all types of freedom to just go, and they do. They're like some amazing kids. They are amazing. They do their own thing.
Yeah.
I don't judge them. I remember when one of my daughters called, she was in school, and she called to tell me that she was gay. I'm like, okay.
Oh, well.
And she's like, you're not surprised? I'm like,
did you say, I'm black?
And basically I said, that's your twat. That's not mine. I didn't say it like that. But I'm like, I don't care what you do with it. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I'm like,
moms know those words, kids.
But she wanted me to be like, and I wasn't. And so when they did, I said, your sister, your oldest sister, your big sister, she took all of the shock out of everything. So anything that you all do, doesn't surprise me.
You better say thank you to your sister.
And she's a Libra, by the way.
Oh, of course she is.
But she is definitely I've learned a lot of lessons through her, because some of the traits that I did that I grew up with, I tried it with her, and she rebelled against all of that. I had to. She broke me too, right? She broke the mold.
Well, some of those traits though were just survival. Those were things as a child, right? Those are traits that you latched onto to survive in that environment.
Yeah, but it was also too performative, because here we are, we raising you all. You have the best schooling, the best this, and we wanted you to act accordingly. We don't want you to be like those kids that we've been trying to keep you away from, because that's pretty much what my mother did with me. She kept me away from the real life. When I got with my grandmother, I was in the real life.
Wow, what a culture shock. How old were you?
13.
At puberty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was.
So no wonder you have all this knowledge now, though.
I mean, I was on punishment all the time. I was reading books.
She read a lot.
I got to tell you something that's funny. My grandmother had the book. Remember when the Joy of Sex book was popular?
Yes.
So I studied it. I'm like, well, since I ain't doing nothing else. Like, I know what I know what I want when I get it. And it was so funny, because it was like, oh my God. It was funny because everybody else was looking at it. I wasn't looking at it for what other people was looking at. I was just stuck because I did not want to have, I was listening to my friends, and they're talking about their experiences, and they didn't like it. I'm like, I'm not about to try something.
What's wrong with those friends? Get rid of them. Like, those are the ones you get out of your boundaries.
And they would be pregnant and all that. I'm like, oh hell,
and they
hell
didn't
no.
even like getting it.
Right. I'm like, I'm not getting ready to go through doing all that, and they don't. No. It got it. Y'all, they doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And me, nerd, quirky, I got the book. I'm like, my grandma got the book. I'm about to read it.
Figure it out.
I read the book. I read it, and because it teaches you about the spots. It teaches you about, and I just.
More men should have read that book than even in today's world.
Yeah, they probably still need to bring that.
Maybe we should do like a second edition of The Joy of Sex.
Yeah, they probably. Here it is. It'd be one big old fold out. Like a middle.
Make it a holiday. I mean.
It is here.
Sometimes we get off topic.
Oh yeah, well that's okay. That's the fun part about this. So if you all are listening, because this will be, if you all not seeing a video, we are being very expressive. So just understand that we are very expressive ladies. When we say two air signs walked into a podcast. Okay.
After going to a horse race the day before and drinking.
Oh my God.
What did we drink? Black-eyed Susans.
Black-eyed Susans were really good.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the horse that won, because what was the first thing you said when we walked in?
Don't bet on a gray horse.
Don't bet on a gray horse. They never win.
My mom told me that.
And
it's her fault.
And then I said, I don't know. We've had a lot of anomalies this year. A white
And
buffalo.
you said that, so then I switched my race.
Yeah.
My horse.
Yeah, a white buffalo, a white squirrel. Yeah, it was a white squirrel. Somebody got it on video. White squirrel. And it's a lot of these different weird things happen. I said, I don't know now. A gray horse might win. And it was 3 gray horses in the race.
Yeah.
And a gray horse won.
Not the one that I bet
Not
on.
the one you betted on. His name was Napoleon.
Yeah, and I don't think he was in the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look, but I don't, because they didn't say anything about that. But
Okay.
he can't get the Triple Crown anyway because
Right.
he didn't win the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, okay. So, right. It wouldn't be a Triple Crown.
So what's the point of the Belmont now? No, we can get the Kentucky or the Triple Crown.
That's true. Because nobody would have a triple. There would be no horse with a Triple Crown.
No.
Because
You had to win those first 2 races.
Oh my God, that's interesting. Yeah. So he actually broke a mold.
They usually do. I mean,
Okay.
it's not common that you see a Triple Crown.
Okay, I thought a Triple
Crown. Secretariat, Seabiscuit, I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time a horse ran the Triple Crown.
Huh.
It's not very common, but you would have thought this year.
Yeah. But that was and this is the thing we do. We do a lot of spiritual
Put it into our day-to-day.
Yeah, we try to everything has a spiritual connection to it.
Stop and go lights, foxes.
We forgot to mention in the beginning, we are fox stars.
Yes. We are fox stars.
We're fox stars. So after leaving her mom's house with this horse race, we're driving down the street, pretty road, because we were looking at houses.
The house.
We were trying to find a house.
Where there was going to be a party at, and we were going to crash it. Not until July. More details on that next episode.
Well, we're not going to give details because I don't want to get in trouble.
I know.
But we were listening in the area, and I did not realize there was so many beautiful houses out here, right? So I didn't realize that. You grew up here, so I've never seen. I didn't even know that Dubuque is big, but I did not know all these houses exist. Yeah. And they're so pretty, right? Yeah. They're really, really beautiful houses. And as we're driving down this road, we hear a screech. We hear screeching.
I don't even know that I could.
It was "Gah!"
Yeah.
"Gah!" And
that's perfect.
"Gah!"
It's the fox mating call.
We thought it was a mating call because we got Google.
I thought something was injured. I thought it was a bird.
We thought it was injured,
like
but then
toucan. It was the weirdest sound.
It was a weird sound because we thought something was hurt.
Yeah.
And we drove down and we came back around.
Then we came around 3 or 4 times.
Then I saw sparkling eyes, so I knew it was some eyes up there. And we took the flashlight, but it kept moving and it was still making noise. And then right as
it was moving like up the hill.
Up the hill.
Yeah.
But then you kept driving as we were going to turn around again. The fox
came out of the woods.
And ran in front of us.
So I was driving and you were looking and I'm like, the fox. And you're like, do you think it's a fox? I'm like, there's a fox right there.
Yeah. And it stopped. And the noise stopped.
It jumped on the railing and was running like a guardrail.
Yeah.
Like it was a trapeze artist.
Yeah.
Fox.
It was very
talented. But it was small.
It was a small fox.
We thought it was a baby.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe it was a female.
It might have been a female. Yeah, but then we looked it up. That they do that to ward off predators or something. So it was like at nighttime. It was like after 8. It was dark.
It was almost 9. I think.
Yeah, it had to be almost 9 because it was dark out.
And fox are nocturnal.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I drove by the crime scene today, nothing.
So this is a good question to ask people out here. I should have asked this on the well, a lot of those people up there are probably not on social media like that because it seems like they would probably be doing something. Yeah, you're right. So I want to ask a question. Do you hear that noise all the time? And what are they doing? Like this was somebody's backyard, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, because you know what? When I drove down there today, this morning, there's no trespassing signs in there, and there's a couple of caves in there.
Caves.
Definite caves. I'm going to drive by during the day. When we're done here, we'll go for a little ride.
Okay.
We're going to go for a little ride.
She always trying to take me for a ride.
I love rides.
But you went in there. You actually saw caves.
There's caves. You can see them from the road.
Really?
Well, even by where my mom lives.
Yeah.
Underneath there's a cave that goes all the way from like Locust all the way up to Grandview.
You can walk through there?
No, they closed it off. They put a bunch of concrete in it.
Really?
Yeah, the city's no fun.
I wonder why they did that.
Well, so people don't get hurt.
Okay.
If there's bats in those caves, I don't think we want to go in.
No, we don't. I didn't. And I'm not asking because I want to go. I want to know if anybody, go
We
in.
could send like one of those cameras on a rope in or something. I don't know.
There's something you hear something go chewing on
We're
it.
not going in.
Oh wait, the reason why I'm asking because this is like some scary movie stuff, right?
It was because I started rolling down the window and Alanda
She
said,
did. I'm like, why are you
"Don't
rolling
roll down the
down
window." And I'm like, "Well, we can roll them back up." And I wasn't rolling it down that far, but I wanted to hear it. Because at that point, we didn't know what it was.
That's how
And it was a strange...
It was a very strange. I never heard it before.
You need to Google a fox cry
Yeah.
to protect their area. Or
Yeah, because
defend
when
their
we
area.
saw the fox, that's when we
realized that's what it was because she played it on
Yeah,
the phone.
right.
Like,
I played it.
"Wow."
Yes, I did.
Because I'm like, it's not a fox sound, Alanda. That's a bird.
Yeah, because she kept saying it was a bird. I'm like,
I thought a bird was
it
her.
a bird. Right. Because you was thinking that a fox
So
got
then
a
I was
hold
going
of
to make Alanda go in the woods and get it. And then I would put it in the back of my truck and we'd heal it. But I'm not going in the woods.
Dude, I'm not going in the woods too. The only time you are going to see me in the woods is when I film the another scene of this scary movie I am in.
What?
And it's in the it's going to be in the woods. I'm going to be offed on this movie. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have gave a spoiler.
Yeah, you shouldn't probably give that away yet.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
How are you
anyway,
going to get...
Well, you gotta wait till the movie to come out.
Okay.
Anyway, but you're gonna see me in the woods. That's
Yeah.
But other people are gonna be there. It's not like I'm gonna be there by myself.
So that is how we became fox stars. Right?
Yes, we came. Yes,
Because you don't see fox very often anyway.
no,
And then we had a lot of interactions with that baby.
we did, and not just, and we are foxes ourselves. That was
Yeah.
that was our
There's no
spirit
doubt about
animal coming across.
Right.
That was our spirit animal.
We're going to have to get like a fox carved in like malachite or rose quartz and sit them on the desk.
They sit little foxes right here on
Yeah.
the desk. We probably need to put a little fox in our
Foxy.
Ether Lounge
I think we
logo.
should.
We got to put a little fox in there.
Foxy.
Foxy. Okay.
But not like red fox.
So
Just foxy.
that's a fox. Silver fox. No, we're not really silver
Whoa,
foxes.
hang on.
No, we're not silver foxes yet. No. But we do want to go into why this podcast exists. We already kind of said why.
Yep.
We want people to have deeper
We want to
connections,
help
conversations.
people too. As people wake up, I think
Yeah.
the healers, which I would consider myself and yourself a healer.
Yeah.
When people reach out and they ask questions, I think we need to be here for them. And
Yeah.
that's part of our role here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We chose to come here and to live in this, I would say, tumultuous
Oh my
time.
God. Gen X is definitely,
Yeah.
for some reason, we were chosen to come back as this generation.
We got to babysit them.
And we are in the in between. We are the sandwiched.
We are.
We're sandwiched. And the Joneses. Do you know there's a Joneses generation? That were born after the boomers, so it's like a 7-year because they're in between the boomers and the Gen X, and they call
Really?
it it was very strange that they would say that, and because they're not typically like boomers,
Yeah.
they're not typically like us, but they're kind of like in between. They got a little bit of both in them. Yeah, very strange when I was looking at this, and they said Jonesin. I think Jones, because they were like trying to get their own identity. So these are like mostly what the hippies were. The ones born after 60, I think it was 56 to 64.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was strange. Just that,
And
that
then
little
Gen
bit.
Z starts 65.
Gen X is
or
65
Gen
to 80.
X.
Gen X
I
is
should know that,
65 to
shouldn't
80. Yeah, you should know that, right? Because you were born around that time.
66.
Yeah, so you were born. So we're the Gen X, and so being this Gen X generation, we're in between because we were there before technology.
I feel like we are the logical ones. And I'm not stereotyping any generation, but
Yeah.
I feel like the baby boomers I don't know. I mean, the baby boomers that I know and I've met, they're not really into like even being open-minded about spiritualism. Not to say that there aren't. I do know some that are.
They were rich. Okay, so let's unpack our stuff.
Yep.
Right. Growing up, a lot of Gen Xers we were accessories when we were born. We were part of what was necessary we were part of that nucleus, right? That family, like you have a couple of kids, because if you didn't have kids, you were really like, what's wrong with you?
Them?
Right. What's wrong with you? You get the man.
Now
it's
the house. Like if people have kids, they're like, what's wrong with you?
Right. Right. Like,
what are you doing?
Why are you having kids
what
right now?
Thinking?
And I think we became these accessories that our parents didn't want to be bothered with. And some of these people were the baby boomers, right? So they were born in their generation. Their parents were the silent generation, right? And they were the ones that if I cook for you, put the roof over your head, that is, I love you, right? That's love. You remember Fences? And do you ever see Fences?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Fences with Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. It was a stage play.
I'm going to write this down.
Yeah, Fences. Watch it. And his son was saying to Denzel's character, why don't you love me? And he told him, he put a roof over his head. He do this, he do that. And you talk about I don't love you. And that stuck out to me because the Fences play was typically created, I think, in that era of boomers. You know what I'm saying? Because in this movie, he ended up having a love child. He has a love child, and it was brought up. And this is, I
love that term.
Because I love saying love child. But it also just shows a family dynamic what a lot of people glamorize, because even now we got these men on their podcast crashing out talking about what women don't do anymore, and they don't realize the reason why women don't do anymore. They don't need you, because when 1977, 78 rolled around and they allowed women to have credit cards,
checking accounts,
savings account, and
we're like, hello.
That's when the divorce rates went up. They spiked in the 70s, late 70s and 80s, because the women like, I don't gotta put up with this shit. Oh, deuces, right? And I think we have been our generation.
And don't forget, back then, people got out of high school and they married their high school
exactly.
sweetheart. Women didn't go to college.
That's true.
They did not get a career.
That's true.
They're getting married at 18, having a baby at 19.
Yes. And it was normal.
Yeah, that was the norm. And then have a brood of them.
And to have
a station wagon with a back seat that looks out the back window.
But let's talk about something that people did not see.
Yeah. You
and your family, your mom and dad had a loving relationship.
Yeah, they did.
And it was something probably unheard of, right? Out of all the people that I know out here, and I'm not putting anybody's business out there were very few. There are a lot of you that I've met more of you that actually had parents that loved each other.
Really?
Right? Because I have people like back at home, I have people that have their parents been together forever. But here, being here as an outsider, there are more loving relationships. I love when the TH do that love that lasts.
Yep, every week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so your parents.
Yeah. So my parents are unique.
I love
you didn't get to meet my dad.
No, I didn't, but I would have loved to.
I'll tell you what, he's there at every party we have. If there's not a party going on, he was creating it. Like he would come over and I'd be like, Dad, can you put a shower in my bathroom or something like that? He was a construction guy. Yeah. And he'd come over and do it. And then he'd look at my fridge and said, you have any beer? Why don't you go get some beer? Call your friends. We'll have a party. And my friends even went to my parents' house and had cocktails with them. Yeah. When I wasn't even there.
Oh, wow.
Like if my dad, we always made this joke because my dad would call my mom and say, hey, put more water in the soup. I'm bringing so-and-so home. Yeah. It was always an open door and yeah.
Yeah. And that's part of I think that really I gravitate to, because if I see how your family is loving, I was like, this is a well-rounded person. Now that could be deceiving because I know some people that got some loving parents and they were Hellcats.
And you know what? to tag onto that a little bit. So I'm sure their marriage wasn't perfect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I only remember one argument my parents got in, and it wasn't even an argument. I just knew my mom was sad, and but I don't know what my other sibling is. I'm the youngest of 5, and the oldest is 10 years older than me.
Okay.
So they have a different illusion of our upbringing completely sometimes.
Oh, because you're the baby.
Yeah, and here's me. Like, we went camping. My dad's Mary, get the kids in the car because he'd want to go for a ride, just like
yes, that's true, right?
Or we were always doing something.
Okay,
yeah, and I don't remember my brother being with us as much, probably because he was a boy and he would have been like teenager at the when we were
right
running all or preteen or whatever. But
right,
I mean, we were always just either having people over or going somewhere.
That is really awesome. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so, you will have different versions because my kids have different versions.
Yep.
And my oldest, let her tell it, I was the most horrible person in the world. And everybody that she say this to, like, well, where were we when this was happening? You think we were just letting her do this kind of stuff?
But it's her reality and her perception of her life at that time, right?
It was totally made the hell up. She was making so if she made that stuff up as a child, but she said she made it up as an adult.
Oh, but she said it so many times that she truly believes that.
I guess so. Yeah. And no shade to her if she ever listens to this, but I do know that everybody have a path that they have to go on. And mine is when you are fighting against your true nature, you're going to always have these issues, and no one's going to save you, and no one is responsible for your outcome. You are responsible for your outcome. Everything
baby.
is free will. And that's what I had to learn because I didn't make the best decisions. Of course, I'm not going to talk about how great I was because I know I did some messed up stuff too, and my reaction was very messed up because when I retaliate, I tear a whole new hallway into everything, right? And that was because that was my survival and self-destruction because I would tear things up right along with you, right?
Yeah.
And that was me reacting. And when I started pulling back and not wanting to react, it was easy.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier. It was a lot easier. Yeah.
Don't resist.
All right. Don't resist. So
it's like this. Just do as I say and we'll get along just fine, Alanda.
But I do want to get into our last segment. So those of you all that are listening, right? I want you all to do this. If you have any questions, topic requests, if you want to have an anonymous confession or a story, we love stories.
We do love them.
A scary or favorite spiritual moment, because there's a lot of scary spiritual moments that a lot of people don't talk about. We want you to send them to us. Send them to info@triphoenixgroup.com. That is info@triphoenixgroup.com. TRIPHOENIXGROUP.com. You would just see it when we post this. You will see it. You will see it in the thing. You'll see it in the blurb. Anyway, so I do want to close this up with a about this, that we want to have you all think about some couple of things. Like, why do you think people feel disconnected despite social media? Because we're going to touch on this. Is going to be part of our reflection. Why do you think people feel disconnected despite social media? And how do we build spaces where people feel heard?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think we need to... Well, this is a good start, first of all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Talking about it locally. Like, I don't think anybody else has a spiritual podcast going on in Dubuque.
Not in Dubuque, I don't think so.
Or even within much of a vicinity. But I think that's the first to understand that, there's a lot of people out here and a lot of people are struggling with this kind of stuff because they don't understand it. Mm-hmm. Right? And whether you... been doing this for a long time. Do I smell patchouli?
Oh my God, really?
You don't smell that?
No. That's so strange.
I wonder if there's a little spirit here with
It gotta be.
patchouli.
It might be. We just summoned a
And it
patchouli spirit.
It wanted to interrupt what I was saying. I seriously.
That
I
is
just
so
hear a whiff
weird.
of patchouli. Just
That is so weird.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever smelled it here?
No.
Okay, so I'm really sensitive to spirit. Like, I'm in a group that we go through homes. We haven't done it in a while because nobody's called.
So don't be surprised if we have moments like this because spirits.
a lot.
She responds to the spirits that follow her. I request that my spirits talk to me when I'm sleeping. I don't play that. Don't come around me unless it's an emergency and you need me to talk to somebody.
Right.
Otherwise, see me in my dreams when I'm in the astral. Don't. So if we have these moments that she's interrupted and somebody is visiting her.
I have ADD too.
We let her go head on it.
Yeah,
just like
she does. But when they come through my home, so like that's what we call pastors, right? And probably because I have stones everywhere, so they're attracted to the stones and they're attracted to people that can connect with spirit.
Okay.
Because they want to deliver a message or whatever. But I'll be laying in my bed and I'll hear stuff in my kitchen and be like, all right, if you're not here for my house, good, get the F out of my house right now. And I don't like it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's some times where I really don't like Louis growled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to request your benevolent spirits.
I always have Archangel Michael
to tell them to keep the benevolent. Yes, keep them out.
Well, and this isn't their plane. So typically if you say you can't be here and you need to go.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes a little bit more than that.
Yeah, because I have some to just come and I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
I just like
Well, you're living in an area that was very populated.
Absolutely.
Back when the city began.
Yeah.
And I remember there was so where the Prudential building is now was a marketplace.
Okay.
And there was spirits that would walk through the building all the time.
You know, when we was in the smokestack, when the smokestack was open, I remember sitting with Susan, and we were just sitting up talking. And as I'm talking, sitting at the bar, I see walking, and she said, you saw that. I said, so you know this happens? She's like, yeah. I said, I just saw they walk in with a suitcase. They stood right there. She said, oh yeah, this used to be a hotel, and that's where they used to check in. I think right there on that wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, so they still think it's I'm like, oh.
The energy is still there.
Right, it's still there.
Residual energy.
Yeah. That was so crazy how I experienced that.
And that's probably not a spirit that you could communicate with because it's probably residual energy because there's the same thing happening over again.
Yeah.
Like the man with the suitcase, with the suitcase.
Yeah.
Or a rocking chair on a porch that rocks by itself.
Yeah.
Like people are like, that's a ghost. Well, it's probably residual energy.
Oh, right. And and these type of moments I used to have when my grandmother moved into the house. So, she first bought the house, and I had the upstairs, and then I used to always see there was somebody in a rocking chair in the corner of because it was a 2-flat, so we had a kitchen and all of that.
Yeah,
and somebody would be in the corner and I would see a rocking chair. Come to find out, there was the older lady, the mom, I guess, of the couple that owned the house, that she the one that had the house, and it was, and I guess it was passed down to them, and it was a Polish area we moved into. And when I described what I was saying, one of the people, I'm trying to remember, somebody in the neighborhood, I guess they knew each other. Their grandparents knew these people. They said, oh yeah, that's Miss So and So. Yeah, she used to sit in the kitchen by the window and look out the window. I'm like, she needs to go. I'm like,
but that's awesome that you saw it because a lot of people don't see the actual.
My grandmother
energy.
used to think something was, because I would tell her I'm seeing things like it got to a point that they would come into the room. I had food. I remember not food, but candy in a paper bag because my sisters used to come and take my stuff, just always go on my stuff. So I hid it at the top of my bed. It was like a little space, and I hid it. I remember going to sleep, and if somebody used to always walk back and forth, I turn over like I don't know what it is. I'm not great to acknowledge it. And next thing you know, I think he wanted me to know, and so all I heard was my bag rattle, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I jumped up, turned the light on. I'm like sitting there like, oh my god. And I told my grandmother, I said, there's something upstairs and it's disturbing me. And like I know, and she was like, have you been drinking? I'm 15. What you mean if I've been drinking? I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe I should start.
Maybe if I start drinking and I just go to sleep, I won't know.
Right.
Yeah, and I did. I started drinking. Drinking. Yes, I did. I started drinking. And did it help? Absolutely not. I was just started seeing.
So don't try that if you see spirit.
No, it didn't work.
Do not start drinking.
And then I remember talking to someone, and they said, "Well, just ask them to come in your dreams." I'm like, I don't want them coming in my dreams either. And it was just a lot of things. I was just everybody around me just could not help me. And then I would start having dreams. My dreams would come out. I would dream when something great to happen. I would say something, and they were like, "Don't nobody want to hear that? Shut up, don't." And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just all of this,
especially back then.
Yeah, all this spiritual energy that it was around me. I didn't know what to do with it, right? And it was just overwhelming, and it made me feel like I was crazy. And because nobody believed me, and it took me to go to church. And I want to give a disclaimer about people that's watched this. I am not against church, because to me it helped me at a time when I needed it. Mm-hmm. And there is still necessary, but people in the church still needs it. It's time for some rebranding for y'all.
They need to be
right?
taxed as well.
But I will say this: being in the church, I remember this lady. It was a prophet. She pulled me out and talked to me. She said there was some spirits in your room fighting over you. What? How do you know?
Fighting to communicate or fighting
each other.
But
I have no idea. She said it was even in spiritual, in the church sense. She saw it as good and evil, a devil and an angel, a demon and an angel. And she said there was two. She said there was two spirits today. There was fighting over your life. I'm like, what are you? I remember seeing a fight. I'm like, I remember seeing something in the corner, like it was just like this movement. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I was scared.
In the church.
And this woman in the church told me that this happened in my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm in the bedroom, and I remember waking up and I'm seeing this activity, like, okay, maybe I had too much to drink. And
at 15.
And I went to sleep and covered my head up and just started just praying. And when I saw this lady years later, she said, they were trying to come take your soul. Like, who was they? What are you talking about? And she explained, she said, there was a demon and an angel fighting over you.
Interesting.
And I was like, huh? And so...
Well, especially at that age.
Yeah. Like, and I was like 20 at the time when this was told to me.
Right, but still.
This was years later. And that's why I said I don't discredit church altogether, because there are still people spiritual. There's real spiritual practitioners that go to church because they need a structure too.
Oh, yeah. Churches have tons of angels in them.
Mm-hmm.
If you know how to read energy, or you just read energy.
Yeah.
You will feel that.
Yeah.
There is nothing like walking into a church, and I was born and raised Catholic, went to Catholic schools, but I'm on the 12-step program from Catholicism. I think I passed.
You are a church deconstructionist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the same way. I don't have anything against church, because it does serve a purpose for people.
It does.
I do have some... I don't know if it would be issues, but I just think that
there's people that make it. There are
church.
people that make it wrong.
But I do certainly believe that when you bring a bunch of people together that pray, that's an energy thing.
Absolutely.
And when that many people are together and they pray for the same thing, and that's
why when they do this rededication of America, and they're going to have a whole day of prayer. That is exactly what they're going to try to do.
What happened of separation of church and state?
Well, some kind of way that was thrown in there that they're going to talk about that, but I'm not sure. But this is a ritual that they're doing. And so I'm just going to put it out there. We are in a new moon, but also before this happens, I think in June or July, I can't remember when, it's going to be July, we can proactively do some things as well, because we're waking up. Yeah. We won't say it out loud, but we do. We spiritual practitioners.
We foresee it.
I'm making words. We spiritual practitioners. Practitioners. Okay. So I do want to thank you all again for listening.
Yes.
And I do want to say this. Our next episode, we're going to talk about healing without performing. And we're going to speak of how we perform in a space of when we want everybody to know, thinking we're healing and all of that. And we are not actually, we're just pretending because we want to make everybody else look like we doing something. You know what I mean?
Kind of.
Well, I'm gonna give an example because when I'm going online, I'm gonna show you an example.
Cliff notes.
Yeah.
Cliff notes.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
In our next episode of Healing Without Performing. So again, thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you,
Until
Alanda.
next time, thank you. Good to know you.
Good to know you.
Fox Stars, thank you
Fox
for
Stars
listening.
right here.
Thanks for listening to the Ether Lounge podcast.
Thank you for watching. The Ether Lounge podcast is a Tri-Phoenix Media production, produced out of Asylum Recording Studios, Dubuque, Iowa, by Mr. Zills. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated for upcoming episodes.